So I think there's three ideas I want to leave you with, or three ideas I want to address. One is, I know it was in my mind, and I know it's got to be out in your minds. This is impossible. I mean, to actually take on reforming our government, I mean, it's such a daunting thing. It seems it's absolutely impossible. And the apathy and resignation that comes up when you look at, if that's the thing to do and it's impossible, where that settles in your body, it leaves us totally disabled. But that apathy and resignation is actually a strategy of the status quo to keep us from getting involved. The real issue is that if we think we can't do it, then we won't do it. That's the problem. And when there's something that's actually so central for what needs to be done, then it doesn't matter whether you think you can do it or not, it just has to be done. And this movement to reclaim, to build a true democracy, it's happening. I know Move to Amend, there's at least 24 organizations that didn't exist 3 years ago that are working in this area. Move to Amend, although their roots go back much deeper, didn't exist 3 years ago. They've got 165 chapters now around the country. In the 2012 and 2013 election cycle, they sponsored in 50 municipalities or cities ballot initiatives where people were voting on, are they demanding, are they requesting an amendment to the Constitution? Of those 50 ballot initiatives that were sponsored, 50 passed, and all of them overwhelmingly. And in Republican districts and in Democratic districts. So this movement is a movement that's happening, and what it needs to be is built. And the way it gets built, it's up to us. So that's point number one. Point number two, if we actually build a government that's responsive to we the people, there's still a weak link in there, and it's we the people. Because until we have a people that's standing for enough that they're a match for the opportunity that's presented when you really are at the driver's seat of your government, there's still a big missing. And I want to, when we look at the Up to Us program and the work that Pachamama is doing, I want to frame it. Yeah, there's a symposium and there's 4 parts, but if you wanted to really look at what we're doing, we're building a We the People. We're building a We the People that's a match for the opportunity in front of us when we actually get a government that's responsive to we the people. And so I want to use that as an invitation for you to join Up to Us. And then the third thing I want to point out is there is another kind of unseen game changer that's going on that I want to make us aware of. And it's that the indigenous people of this world who for the last 400 or 500 years have had to be so careful about letting their knowledge and their wisdom out into a hostile environment that could so easily destroy it and break its connection to the earth. So indigenous people for years have protected and held on to a knowledge that now has real relevance and value for this world. And they're just noticing that maybe there's people out there now worthy and open to hearing and using it. And I think that's what a meeting like this represents. And so indigenous groups around the world now are starting to look out and find ways to actually offer what they have. And what they have is a critical component of us building a just and sustainable world. So that's another reason for us to get involved. It's a recognition there's a big team member that's not necessarily visible, but it's part of the team, so you want to join the team, because knowing that that's the wind at our sails. It's another reason to get involved, because it's up to us. I guess there's a fourth thing. Let's see. So this movement, one thing that keeps us from getting involved in things is when they're not big enough, or it seems like it's about fixing something. So this movement about climate change is not about fixing something. It's about altering our whole sacred relationship to the earth. The movement about governance is not about fixing something, not fixing the political system. It's about creating a system that empowers human liberation. So this isn't about, what we're doing is not about going back and making something right. This is about creating something entirely new that's never been. And that's the kind of thing that allows people to overcome their resignation, to overcome the resignation and apathy when they're being asked for something, to do something that's that large, that gives you a reason to get up in the morning. And I want to make sure we frame this, that what this works, what the Pachamama Alliance is about, and I think what all of you are about, is about doing what needs to be done. Where did I get cut off? So anyway, this is big and important, and this is about not just fixing something that's been broken in the past. This is about creating something entirely new that opens the possibility of human liberation. And that's useful to know, because I say if you hold this, what we're about, that big, that important, that allows you to overcome whatever resignation and apathy is settling in on, that naturally settles in on us, and allows us then to get into action, to step up, and build these movements that need to be built. So I want to invite you all to join us. I want to invite you to fund the work that we're doing, and I want to invite you to join us and become part of this movement. It's up to us. Thank you very much.